Hey, it's you and me.
Let's go.
How did things end up this way? Why? All I wanted was to go back to the way things used to be. For us, to be able to smile around each other.
It had been several days since Jacopo had locked her in that shed.
Wait, so I thought they said he remodeled the shed. It's just a shed?
Yeah, they took the garden down and I guess put up a rickety shed or something.
That's trashy, man. She kind of reminds me of Rapunzel, locked up in a tower. Rapunzel. Elle has become Rapunzel. She's our Rapunzel. We must save her. We must save her.
Yeah, I'm too depressed to think of anything.
Yeah, guys, by the way, Jade, after the last section, she literally just stood at a wall. She just went in the corner and stood at a wall for a while.
Yeah, Blair Witch style.
Yeah.
And then she did the same to feel my pain.
So yeah, I copied her to see how it felt.
Sometimes you just need a breather, and facing a wall helps.
Yeah.
Kinda. It had been several days since Jacopo had locked her in the shed, and her day-to-day life was only growing more arduous. She was under constant surveillance. The door was only unlocked to deliver her meals 3 times a day. And despite what an unfortunate situation their employer's wife found herself in, the maids chattered and gossiped and giggled freely.
Oh my gosh.
Not even in the shadows, out of her presence, the tactless young maidservants whispered directly to the white-haired girl when they brought her meals. "Look at you, madam, caged away like cattle." I can almost hear the sound of cracks forming in her heart. I imagine she had gotten to the point where she was having difficulty merely holding herself together. She had done nothing wrong, and yet she was forced to live this life of insult and mockery, of ridicule. The only reason her tenuously held together spirit did not completely shatter was because she still had her one and only ally. The maid Maria volunteered to attend the white-haired girl. Maria took over the duty of delivering her 3 meals, meaning the other maids stopped coming by. And that relieved the white-haired girl's mental and emotional stress considerably. Maria became her sole conversation partner, her sole companion. She did not leave as soon as meals were finished, instead remaining in the shed with the white-haired girl for some time.
So, madam, how about a funny story? I fubbed up pretty hard the other day. You want to hear about it? So, a couple of days back, I didn't get enough sleep the previous night, right? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, planting up some food.
Plating.
Oh, I was like, planting? How do you plant food? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, plating up some food. And when I go to bring it out to the guest, my heart about leaps out of my mouth. And guess why? What I thought was a plate was actually an ashtray. Man, I was sweating like a pig. The guests didn't seem to notice, but the other maids were pale as ghosts the entire time. Just about everyone had themselves a case of vapors. I got quite the tongue lashing at cleanup. Pretty funny, huh?
Oh, did you? Sounds like it was a pretty bad day.
Yeah. Hey, madam? I know there's not much of a point in telling you to cheer up right now. But I'm sure he won't keep you locked up forever. He's just a bit of a crybaby. Oh. He is a bit of a
he is.
crybaby. He's just a bit crabby for now. It'll be alright. Although, I guess this is a bit drastic for a temper tantrum. I'm sorry, madame. If only I had pushed him a bit harder. If only I had a little more influence, you might not be in this situation. I thought I could be of some help, but I guess I'm not doing a great job of that.
Of course not, Maria. You absolutely are. Just your being here takes a great weight off my shoulders.
Still, though, I feel so worthless. Because I'm just a maid, I can't set you free.
It's okay. I'm used to being imprisoned.
That's not a good thing.
In all 3 doors.
What? What do you mean you're used to it? He never locked your door before.
You're right. I am not sure why, but I feel as though I have been in a similar predicament before, lacking freedom and contact with others for a long stretch of time.
I'm sure it's simply the exhaustion getting to you, madam. No one should ever be used to living like this.
Yes, I agree. And I pray things go back to the way they were soon.
Has getting mad at him never crossed your mind?
Getting mad?
Yeah, you know, he yells, you yell back. Let him know he's in the wrong. Never considered doing that? I guess you're not one to get angry, madame. Which would mean you're a better fit for the Holy Mother than me.
Oh no. I do sometimes want to get angry. To tell you the truth, it's almost always going through my mind how, if I did raise my voice, perhaps he would listen to what I have to say. But when I'm standing there in front of him, and he starts shouting at me, I freeze up and end up not saying a word.
You know, I actually kind of get like this towards people sometimes.
I mean, yeah, it's a very shocking experience.
Well, not like specifically yelling in always atmospheres. Yeah, I mean, yes, yelling, but also just randomly, like, sometimes someone asks me a question and, like, my mind just completely goes blank and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying to me. Like, you're speaking another language.
I'm just such a pitiful woman. Everything about me. When I need to speak up most, to stand up for myself, I cannot.
Oh, don't look so down. That's not a bad thing. It's just got you in a little bit of a pickle right now. But I'll clear things up with him, you hear me? Stop putting it on yourself, Maria. You're just gonna make it sad.
Yeah.
In my mind, your modesty is a virtue. And the more I think about it, I can't even imagine you screaming. I like you better the way you are, reserved and ladylike. You can leave all the yelling to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you, madame.
Were you able to clear up his confusion about the night when we were dancing?
Oh, about that. Sorry, he just wouldn't hear it.
I see.
But I'm not throwing in the towel. I'll keep trying, as long as it takes. So, just tell him a horror story and then, like, kind of merge her issue in it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Be clever about it. Because he listened to the horror story even though he didn't like the horror story.
Nah, it's just a big baby.
He really is. Oh.
Say, Maria, could I perhaps ask another favor?
Huh? Yeah, sure, let me have it.
I would like to write him a letter.
He's not gonna read it.
I know.
A letter? To someone who lives in the same house? I mean, he won't even visit her, I bet.
Yes. As things stand, I cannot simply go visit him on a whim. And I feel as though I could calmly express on paper things I am unable to say to him face to face. I suspect I might have more luck that way. I also believe he would be more likely to maintain his composure reading my thoughts in a letter than hearing them from my mouth. With it, I can clear up all the confusion, and things can go back to the way they were. A letter, huh? Interesting. I'll write the letter, which I would like you to deliver to him. May I ask that of you?
Absolutely, not a problem.
Thank you, Maria. You are the only person I can count on, and I mean that.
Okay, hi, Mr. Crybaby.
I'm Mr. Krabby Pants.
Hi, Mr. Tantrum Man.
Hate you. Why? How did this happen?
Oh, you did it. What do you mean?
Why would she betray me?
Oh my, she did not.
Wanted to give her a decently happy life? I didn't want to get violent with her. You always do, moron. Yet when I saw her face, when I heard that she...
You didn't? Did you hear it? Gosh.
When I heard what she had to say, I couldn't restrain myself. I guess what it comes down to is that, no matter how you dress it up, I'm still a Bizzati. There was never any way for this bloodline to give this girl happiness.
Oh no.
Dang. Why am I fretting over this nonsense? And I'm supposed to be the future head?
Oh, I have to reenact this.
An illusion. But they're dancing. They really are.
I don't feel happy to do this again.
I was hardly happy to begin with.
It was her happy moment, okay?
I guess, but he was still a jerk.
Yeah.
And they look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two tiny people dancing.
That's how it works. Reach out your hand and try to grab them. You won't be able to.
Ah, you're right. That's a shame.
I didn't think you actually would.
But it's the most precious thing. They look as though they're dancing atop my palm.
It's almost frightening how much innocence rests within those hands. It's as if they've been completely cut off from all the world's filth. My hands, however, are soaked in blood. I fear that bringing her into my world may taint her. Am I capable of protecting this woman's purity?
So he did want to take care of her.
Still don't like him.
Still don't like him.
Still don't like him. And yet, as I watched her so joyously playing, I felt as though I had gotten close to her. I was the one being a child that day.
Jacopo, it's me, Maria. Is it alright if I come in?
Maria. It's fine. Come in.
Alrighty. Color me surprised. I didn't think you'd let me in.
Have I ever denied you access to my room?
Nope, but you've been looking pretty glum lately. I don't think she's been saying anything for Elle. At least she's keeping Elle's sanity, but the fake friends,
I guess we'll see. I've never exactly been a cheery man.
True enough. I know you told me before not to talk about your wife, but I'm going to stick my nose where it doesn't belong today. There's been a lot of chatter among the maids lately about you getting rough with her. I mean, you've got the poor thing locked up in a shed outside. You're not leaving the best impression on anyone.
You here to box my ears?
I don't know, 50-50? The other half is, I'm concerned about you. I know you're not the kind of man to threaten someone without a good reason. You're not.
I thought you were friends with her.
I am. And it hurts seeing her in so much pain.
Then why has that not changed the way you acted around me? I would think you'd be scorning me with the rest of the maids.
Surprised the other maids speak up for her? I guess that's the facade they were talking about.
They're all scummy.
Oh, yes. Oh, I see how it is. You don't trust me. And we've known each other for so long. This isn't a question of whose side I'm on. You're in pain too. I can see that. You've always bottled things up, kept them hidden. You're too proud to rely on others. But you should probably vent to someone before it reaches to the point where you no longer can. Say, Jacopo, do you remember the promise we made a while back?
How far back?
Back when you were still shorter than me. You were 14 and I was 12. I had to leave town, and you came to see me off. Quite frankly, I didn't think you'd come. I was surprised, even if I didn't show it. Oh, are we going back in time with their old relationship? Oh, how do I do a young Maria?
Jacopo? Jacopo? Where's your dad? Or are you here alone?
He didn't even tell me.
Sounds like a little angry kid.
Should I keep it? Or try something else?
Up to you, man. I like it, but
I'll keep
it's
it.
funny.
There's no reason you have to leave town. My old man says the Campanellas have more power. I should be the one leaving.
It's not that simple. Grown-ups have a lot to consider. So don't give me that look, Jacopo.
We were still kids, but we both kind of started to catch on to the situation with our families and to the bonds the land held on us. Although we didn't know any of the details at the time. My grandpa owned all the land the city was built on, but he was a very conservative man. He didn't try to spread his influence, instead opting to fortify what he already had. I don't know exactly when it first started, but organizations were used to administrate cities. And when we were kids, my dad was the
It's Jacopo, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, but Maria is still from the Mafia, so it could still be her.
Yeah, Camfamilias have more power. My old man.
Oh, so
I
Maria.
should be the one leaving. No, I should be the one because he has.
He's a Bertelli. Bertilnelli. Bertortellini.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And when we were kids... Bert Stentolini. Sorry, that just hit me. Bert Stentolini, is that what you
Bear
said?
Tortellini.
Oh.
Because I forgot how to say the name.
Bear Tortellini.
Bearzetti. There
Yeah.
it is.
And when we were kids, my dad was the capo familia, and my grandpa his consigliere. But just because he was an advisor didn't mean he was powerless. While my dad made the decisions, my grandpa was the only one allowed to fight him on them. Your father was a compadecina that served under my dad. He wasn't especially happy about that. But parents quarreling doesn't affect their kids, or at least that's what I thought at the time, and what you probably thought too. But there was still a chance we could be caught in the crossfire, so my dad decided to send me and my mom away. Off the island and to the north were some more prosperous areas. He thought that by sending us there, we could live our lives clean regardless of where we came from. There's no changing what's in your blood, though.
You could have told me too. Or were you planning on leaving without saying anything?
No, it was just all decided so quickly.
Why do you sound so accepting? Adults have a lot to consider. You bet they do. But you could at least let them know you're opposed to it, Maria. But no. Your tail went straight between your legs as soon as you were told. You just gave up and accepted it straight away. I thought you were better than that.
You think I don't know that? But I'll just be in my dad's way if I stay. I'm a kid, a girl. I wouldn't be of any help if something happened. And I don't want to need someone to protect me.
I never thought once of you as a girl.
Hey now, that's mean. Oh geez, thanks Jacopo. Now you're getting me all mushy too. If anyone should be sad here, it's me.
I'm not sad.
Oh really? You sure you're not actually torn that I won't be around anymore? You're a huge crybaby after all, Jacopino.
Hey, when have I ever cried? And don't call me that.
I made you mad. Short-fused as ever, I see. You've got to learn to keep your head. You're a man and the heir to the Berzati family.
Don't you lecture me.
So pig-headed. You could at least listen to me this once before I'm gone.
Hey, Maria? Got a little time to spare?
Yeah, sure, but not much. The carriage is gonna be here soon.
Do you have enough for a trip to the hill and back?
Yeah, I should have time for that. Because of our families, we weren't really able to get along with the other kids in the city, so we played a lot at the top of that hill. It became kind of like our secret lair. There was an abandoned house up there, I guess an old farmhouse or something, and kids love that sort of thing, you know? We called it Casa Nostra, our home, and we pretended it was actually ours. We drew circles in the walls in chalk and used it for target practice. We brought up a bale of straw and used it to make makeshift beds. When either of us got into fights with our parents, we'd stay the night here instead of home. In retrospect, I'm sure they knew where we were going and just let us do our thing. Oh yeah, there was this one time we were playing and a huge storm rolled in, trapping us up there. The wind wasn't just howling, it was screaming bloody murder. It was blowing so hard, I thought the house might fly away. As I recall, you were crying that night. Hey, Nero, you here seeing me off too?
Sorry, is that a dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, wagging your tail with that dumb look on your face. You have no idea what's going on, do you? It wasn't just the two of us who made Casa Nostra our home base, though. There was more, a stray black dog. I'm pretty sure it didn't have actually black fur, though, and it was just really, really dirty.
Jeez. Of course he doesn't. He's a stupid animal.
Oh, don't you talk about him like that. He's one of us.
What were you planning to do about Nero? Just leave him behind?
Nothing else I can do. Can't bring a dog in the carriage. Besides, you're here, so it'll be fine. You take care of Nero, alright?
He doesn't like me. You're the only one who can take care of him.
Maybe so, but I'm not coming back. He'll starve to death if you don't figure something out. He's a puny runt. I doubt he could win in a fight for scraps. Come on, do it for me.
You said you won't be coming back. Did you mean that? Are you absolutely never returning into this town?
There's no telling what may or may not happen, so it's best not to get your hopes up. Better that than the pain of getting let down. Well, I've turned into quite the cynic, huh? Maybe if I'd been born in a more normal family, I'd be in my room in a pile of dolls right about now, my head in the clouds.
I can't imagine you doing that, nor do I think that's normal.
Well said. Ah, hey, stop that, Nero. Quit licking me. It tickles, and you reek.
Maria,
What is it?
come back. I don't care if you don't know when it'll be. Just don't say you'll never return. No one knows how things are gonna end up. Maybe my old man will gain more power, or maybe yours will. If things continue as they are, it'll be your old man. Then down the line, I will work in service to the Campanella family. And that's just fine by me. But even if that's not the future that lies ahead, I promise I will make a place for you. So Maria.
Question. Do you have a crush on me?
What?
Kidding, I'm just kidding. No need for a conniption fit. I was just playing around.
Here I am, trying to have a serious conversation, and then you...
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
Oh. Sorry.
Listen to me. I don't have any of those, those kind of feelings for you. I consider you a lifelong friend. My one and only friend. That's why I came to see you off. And that's why I'm telling you this now. Whether you're a girl or boy is irrelevant. Friendship lasts much longer than something so fanciful as romance. Am I wrong? Don't laugh, darn it. It's humiliating.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I agree entirely. Yeah, we've always been on the same page, Jacopo. Maybe we did fight a lot, but there wasn't one we didn't get through. No one else understood just how lonely it was, wearing a mask for the all... Is that why he doesn't like the mask? He's reacting to her wearing a mask. She's not wearing a mask.
Well, who likes fake people?
Ah, yes, but she's not wearing one. Wearing a mask for all the other kids, trying to fit to their happy little circle. We couldn't afford to be found out after all. Neither of us had any real allies. Except for each other, of course.
Nope.
I'm glad I got the chance to play with you. If you hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have bothered caring for Nero either. It was too funny watching him chase you around.
You're a sick girl, Maria.
So hey, Jacopo, this place will still be Casa Nostra even after I leave, right? You won't do anything to it, will you?
Of course not. This is our home. That was always the plan.
Right. Thanks. Though, you being nice is kinda creepy, Jacopo. It's not gonna start snowing, is it?
How rude. Well, if you're gonna be like that, I'm not sure I want to give it to you.
Huh? Give what? A present? You should have said so sooner. Gimme.
You don't have a shred of tact, do you?
What's it matter? Come on. What'd you bring? Let me have it, soldier.
Oh, Maria. Consider this a temporary parting gift. You've been wanting one of these for a while.
Oh, is that a cartridge? From Colton Navy? No way! Did you swipe it?
I'll probably catch hell for it too.
Wow! This is amazing! I always wanted to get my hands on the real thing. This is from the one hanging up in your house, isn't it? The one your dad was bragging about? They just started selling them this year, and it's ridiculously hard to get your hands on one, or so I hear. Man, guns from the New World are something else, alright. Just imagining the moment the hammer crashes down on the back of its
Let me just drink some water.
I still don't feel bad for his awful behavior to his wife.
No,
I shouldn't talk like that.
He shouldn't, no matter what, he shouldn't be like that.
Mm-mm.
And what does he mean? The way she responded made me just angry. Like,
He's just
she was
stupid.
just saying it's not like that. Unless he thinks like she's saying that because
Well, obviously.
she's faking it. Ay. Ah, just imagining the moment the hammer comes crashing down on the back of this sends chills down my spine.
Are you sure you're a girl gone crazy over a bullet cartridge?
What's the big deal? I like what I like. You'll get in trouble if you don't put this back though, wouldn't you?
Don't worry, I'll return it when you return. I won't tell anyone I gave it to you.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take you up on that then. Thanks, Jacopo. It'll be my treasure.
This goes without saying, but don't you lose it. I'm giving it to you as a symbol of our friendship. No matter how far apart we may be, or how much time may pass, or how things play out with our families, we will always be friends. That cartridge symbolizes that promise.
It's a promise, Jacopo. Our families may outwardly hate each other, but I'll always be your friend, always be on your side.
Don't you ever go back on those words.
I swear upon the glorious cartridge, this historic land, and the names of my ancestors, I shall not make myself a liar.
I trust you, Maria. We'll meet again. It may be many years from now, but that won't change a thing. Our friendship will never fade.
Gosh, you were adorable back then. And short to boot. But now you've hardened so much. I was flabbergasted when I next saw you. Dressed all fancy from head to toe. You'd become quite the smug little guy, I thought. You sure weren't that little kid anymore.
You have quite the memory.
Well, yeah. I don't forget my promises. And I never forget I said I'd be on your side. The question is, do you remember?
I did. I remember every word you said that day. And as I said, I left Castra Nostra as it was. Though it was quite some distance away now. I imagine if we went back and did a little work on it, we could have it looking just like the old times.
And Nero?
About a year after you left, he suddenly disappeared. And just for the record, I did take care of him, as he told me to. I'm guessing he got in a fight with another stray or something. I searched but could never find him.
Well, it has been more than a decade. Not everything's gonna be exactly the same.
You, however, haven't changed a bit from the girl you were all those years ago.
Neither have you. Sure, you seem different on the outside, but at your core, I believe you haven't changed at all. Still the same old Jacopino.
Could you not call me that? I have changed quite a bit, unlike you, and I'm well aware of it.
Say, what? Yep.
Jacopo.
Oh, bruh, I thought I was reading a whole new language. I don't know why that threw me off so bad, but it did. Say, Jacopino. Oh, that's why. Say, Jacopo, do you consider me supportive?
Of everything you could have said, of course you are. You're constantly supporting me, past and present. You are proof of the existence of a kind friendship that can transcend gender, blood, and any other such distinctions.
You know, it's honestly kind of bizarre seeing you without a stick up your bum.
Wow, harsh words.
Come on now, hear me out. You almost had me blushing there. Anyway, before you put that stick back up there, tell me something. Am I still your only ally?
You are.
Of everyone in the mansion. Oh my gosh, I don't like this.
No, I think she's wanting him to say that also. Wifey-chan, but like...
Of everyone in the mansion, I'm the only one?
Yes. If she would at least have a little more.
The madam?
I didn't actually intend to treat her like that.
Oh,
I still hate you, you still suck, I still hate you, you still suck.
At least we're being a little real here. Believe me, Jacopo, I know. I mean, from a girl's perspective, what you did was pretty awful. But hey, I'm not a girl, according to you anyway. I will always be on your side, no matter what.
Man, I feel as though I'm being consoled.
That's what I was going for.
I should have never opened up to you.
Hey, now's probably not the best time to bring this up, but I have a letter.
A letter?
Written by the madame. Here.
A letter from my wife? Let me see it. What am I reading?
I was considering keeping it a secret, but having seen it, I thought hiding it from you might only hurt you more, so... Oh, did she change the letter?
It's hard to say.
Oh, Maria, please don't do us like this. I decided it was best to show you.
Who is this? Who's this letter for? It's as if, but I can't. I love you? Who is she writing to? I don't know this man.
Take a deep breath, Jacopo, and listen to me. I hate... Maria! Maria! You know, that explains why she probably has been feeding him these lies this whole time, which is probably why he thinks she has a mask on. So it explains why he's been so explosive at her.
I had a feeling right before this sentence happened. It was in my chest, and it felt tight.
Maria. Girl, slap you around. You're even worse than Jacopo, apparently.
Okay, Elle doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve either of them. She deserves happiness. Why
With
is
Mel?
this house... No. No.
Why is this house what?
Why is this house being so sadistic towards her, you know?
The house has a thing for it.
Apparently! like,
Oh my god.
like, she can never, ever, ever catch a break.
Oh my gosh. I had a feeling. I told you. I was telling you about this feeling, and I was scared about it, but I didn't want to believe
I
it.
didn't want it either.
Oh, Maria!
And literally everybody is against her anyway. How? What do we do from here? It's only down for Elle. What is it?
What even good could happen anymore?
What can even happen?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just continue, I guess.
She is in love with him.
She is in love with him. I think
hate
she probably knows that he's interested in her, and she doesn't want that to happen. She's sabotaging their relationship. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. He's trying to just do good for himself. You ditched him.
He's still an awful person, an awful spouse. You know, no, yeah. Let her leave. Let her go. Let her go.
Who, Elle?
Elle. Let her be with someone else. Find happiness elsewhere. She doesn't need them. This can end here.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling because Maria kept pushing Elle away, saying, like, get a divorce. Do this.
Yeah.
Do that. Get out of here. Oh my gosh.
I want to bash my head in, but I don't want another headache.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. The madame.
I'm sorry. I'm very
sorry.
angry. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Just a lot of not happy.
It wasn't happy from the start. It was never happy from the start.
No.
Please continue.
A lot of not happy. This is what happens when the mafia gets involved. No, just kidding. I just had to make the joke.
I only feel comforted when I see our dear maid. Because nothing bad can happen to her, as always.
Yep. The madame is having an affair. Can you just go talk to her? Like, have an actual conversation with your wife? Just peace, love, and happiness. Joy.
No, there's no such thing with this story. Any of these stories. This is just depressing from the start. Oh.
Yep.
I feel just dragged around a...
It's pretty much every door is just like chuck. You just get chucked across the door, across the room, across the everything of the mansion. Just little gutter punch there, a little punch there, a little slap in the face.
Yeah.
That's the mansion for you.
A little scratch. Yeah.
Thank you. Goodbye forevermore. Fare thee well.
You know, last thing of the story.